Okay, so you got the objective there. Students will investigate relationships between qualities by using points. Oh, that's not even, what is that?
That's,
Okay, right there. Students will graph absolute value functions on a coordinate plane. Write that as your objective. Using, here, let me just do it like this. I can fix it. Students will graph absolute functions in a coordinate. I don't know, I can't even spell. How do you spell coordinate? In a coordinate plane using translations. Look at your pair check and see what the what's the standard. 22B. 22B. Okay, that should be 3.2.2. Oh, I'm sorry. 3.2B. Or I'm sorry, E. My bad. Okay, students will grab absolute value functions in a coordinate plane using translations. Everybody got it? Okay, first thing we need to talk about is finding the vertex. Okay, now, all graphs, all absolute value graphs, even with linear graphs, they all come from a parent graph. You guys got parents, right? You came from your parents, right? I came from my parents. Every graph that we graph will come from a parent graph. Okay? This is a parent graph. Somebody tell me where the vertex is. Yeah, the vertex is where the point comes down at its lowest. Now, if it's at the bottom and my graph is going up, we call it a minimum. Write that down. You'll need to know that for algebra 2. It's called a minimum. If the graph is facing down, the vertex is called a what? Maximum. What's going on? Graph facing down, so the vertex is called a maximum. That's the top point. Okay? Everybody clear on that? Okay, now, one thing, can you tell me on this parent graph what the slope is? Look at it. Think of it as for just linear equation. 1 over what? 1. So I'm going up 1 square, right 1 square. I can put a point right there. Up 1 square, right 1 square, put a point. Up 1 square, right 1 square, put a point. Everybody with me so far? Okay, so basically, treat it like a variable. Where's the variable at? It's inside absolute value sign, right? What can I always, what's understood I can put in front of a variable if it's not there? A 1. So I can put a 1 right in front of it. Everybody with me? What can I put underneath the 1? another one. So the top number is my what? Rise. The bottom number is my run. Up one, right one. Up one, right one. Now, it's a little weird going the other direction. Okay? You have what's called a line right down the middle. It's called an axis of what? Anybody know? Write this down. You need to know this. It's called the axis of symmetry. What does an axis of symmetry mean? It's in the middle, but more importantly, what can I do with this graph? At the vertex, what can I do? I can fold it over, and guess what happens? This point matches up with, so we say it's a reflection of the other point across the axis of what? Symmetry. That's all algebra 2 stuff. Okay? So that point is a reflection of that point. You guys got it? This point is a reflection of that point. So, if I were to graph an absolute value, what could I use? Could I use a whole bunch of points in a table? Watch this. What table do we use to graph? You guys have been familiar with what? Double T table. We could also use, what's this called? What's that called? Input, output, table. Right? Now let me show you something. Everybody with me? I'm going to put a whole bunch of values here, right? What do you suppose on the input-output table my axis of symmetry would be? Wouldn't it be right here in the middle? We also say that that's called the vertex. So everything works from the middle where? Out. So if I put -1 here, what's this square got to do? It's got to be 1, right? If this square is 2, then this one has to be. Why? Because at the vertex along the axis of symmetry, I can do what? I can fold it over. You guys with me? That's some good teaching right there. Okay? Alright, so if I'm going to use an input-output table, the first thing I've got to find on absolute value function is what? The vertex. Okay? The way I do this is I'm going to take, now you understand absolute value, the answer is always has to be, is this not on there? Okay, put this one on the side somewhere. This is an O version. I think it's similar to right down at the bottom. You see what I'm talking about? You got an input output table down there? Okay. It's very similar to that. It may match up in a second. Remember, absolute value cannot be what? It can't be a negative value, can it? Okay. So, if it cannot be negative, that means my answer or my output can't be negative, can it? So the minimum point, which is called what? The vertex of the graph is where f of x equals what? 0. So, that's what I mean. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this middle right here. I'm going to pull it out of the absolute value. And I'm going to set it equal to what? 0. Now, I just have to solve for x by what? Right. Add 4, x equals 4. So now when I do my input-output table, these are x's and these are y's. Okay, what goes in the middle? Right here.
0.
4 and 0. Everybody with me so far? So that's my what? What do we say? Vertex. Now I can work where? Out. What is my slope? 1 over. Okay, so which, if I would go to the right, this, think of this is my V right here, right? So this is my right side, this is my, so which would be my next number? Be 5, wouldn't it? Would be my next number. Okay, going back to the left, then it would be and 2. Everybody with me? Okay, so now my slope is what? 1 over 1. So now I'm going up, aren't I? What's my next number here? Now, 1 and remember it's going up, isn't it? The reflection is folded over. You guys with me on that? Now, are you guys interested in the easier way to do this? That's pretty easy. There's an even easier way. Okay, we basically did that. Vertex. We've done all that. Okay. Here's where we get into the other part. This is on the second side. This is on the other side. Now, remember what I said. Everything works off the what? Parent graph. If I put a negative in front of the absolute value, what does it do to my graph? Flips it down. Okay? It's still a slope of what? 1 over 1. If I, inside, put a -1, it moves the graph, it shifts it how? Over. To the right, how many? 1. Okay, you got to go the opposite direction. So if it's -1, we go right 1. Because it's inside, right? If it's a +1, then we go to the left, how many? Everything moves over 1 square. Got to see that on your, you may want to draw those on your graph, on your notes. If it's outside of the absolute value, then it shifts what? Up or down. If it's outside, it's a +1, it's going to shift it up 1. If it's a -1, then it shifts it down 1. What's my slope still? 1 over 1. Does everybody see that? What happens if my slope is a whole number? And my graph does what? Closes up. If it's a fraction, then it does what? Widens it out. Everybody see that? I'll do some third text tomorrow. Work on this if you want. We'll work on it tomorrow. Easy or hard? Easy?